Hey guys, here we are at Atlanta Motor Speedway for an NiS fixed race. And when I say this, I do not mean this lightly, that I think this was one of the most crazy, maybe in the top 3 or the most crazy races I've ever been in. So it's 130 laps, and I've never raced here before at Atlanta, and all I know is that it's probably like a packed racing track like Daytona or Talladega. So I qualified 6th, but I decided to start from the pits, as you can see here, along with 2 other guys. So we need to wait for the pack to go by before we're able to get out of the pits. I'm just going to show you the restart, and then I'll show you my on board here. Waiting to go green. And green, green, green. Pack accelerates after the restart zone here. Side by side. Entering 1 and 2. Some guys peel off to the inside. You can see now that the pack's finally cleared us, I'm just going to skip to me exiting pit road. So they release us 3. And the goal is, I just wanted to try to stay with these 2 cars because we're going to be way behind the pack here. But if I could just stay with them, then we can stay in our own second pack and we'll be safely behind the rest of the field in case there is a wreck. So I'm just skipping ahead here. You can see that the 8 and the 17, they lock up pretty well early on. And then I'm back here and I'm like, oh boy, this is going to be difficult to catch them. Just like the Daytona or Talladega, if you lose the pack, you lose so much time. So just skipping forward a few laps, 2, 3, 4, just skipping to lap 10 or so. Another car fell back with them, so now they got a 3-car pack, and you can see how far ahead the first pack is, like 3 or 4 seconds. And I'm way back here crossing the finish line now. So I've really lost touch with them at this point. And if we can just go back to where the leader is, you can see they're coming out of 4 right there, and I'm just exiting 2. So I'm already half a lap back after beginning of lap 8 for me, so I'm expected to probably get a lap down by lap 15 if there isn't a caution. So skipping up to lap 15 here. There we go, starting lap 15. Where's the leader? They're about to cross the finish line right here, right now, and I'm in the middle of 1, so I don't have that many laps left until I'm going to get lapped here. So the thing is, I've shown you one bad thing, which is I already lost the pack and I'm going to get lapped down. The good news is if you look at the car ahead, 33rd is let's see if we can find 33rd. Well, 28th is right here, and I believe 33rd is basically kind of a few seconds back. Let's see if we can find the 8 for a second. The 8 was in that separate pack. We can't find them, but if I'm not wrong, they're only about like 4 seconds back. So I'll probably get the lucky dog, assuming that there is a caution. But that's not the scary thing. The scary thing is I was having internet issues too. So I'm just going to go to TV View and show you. They're about to catch me and see they're right there. And as I start lap 22, this is when things get really bad. So this is where you can probably see that they're like a second behind me. I'm guessing if I can get a pretty wide angle here, that way you can see things well. Whenever there was a lot of cars catching me right there, you can see they just all disappeared and I couldn't see any of them on my screen. So I could not see any of them in my rearview mirror. I had no idea where they were in my relative. So they're all gone, they're blinking back and forth, and I kind of have an idea where they are, but I really just kind of lose focus, don't know what's going on, and I accidentally hit the wall coming out of 4 here. Tap the walls, don't know where they are, and this is so dangerous, the leader's about to, and then they're probably behind me, and the leader is going on the radio saying, hey, you literally blinked right in front of me, I didn't know where you were. So let's see if we can just watch his perspective for a minute here, if we can even tell. So he's gone. Here he is out at 2, and you can see that's probably what he saw last of me. He saw that he was 5 car lengths back, or way back, and then gone this whole time. I was basically gone for his screen this whole period, and as he comes out at 4, I'm a car length ahead. That must have been really scary for him, and really scary for me because I didn't know where to go get out of the way. So already a lap down, lap 23. Good job for staying clean this far though. I mean, 23 laps when they're basically side by side or in this long train of cars. That's pretty impressive. So just going to skip forward a few laps. You have to let all these guys back or by. I was able to actually get in this pack though and basically just hang in 6th. This was looking pretty good until about 10 laps later, right here as you can see, lap 31. So just going to ride on board for a minute as we start lap 32. bit, but I would say they're mostly there. Now they're gone. Out of 3 and 4, I have to let off the gas. I have no idea where anyone is. All I see is this little bit of smoke and sparks. And it's just horrible Wi-Fi. I feel so bad for everyone around me. They probably see me blinking like crazy. They're like flipping in and out of me. So let's just make this clear. Coming out of 3 and 4, or last I saw them, the 4 is ahead of me. And then when they all come back and everyone's by, then all of a sudden the 3's ahead of me. So let's just see if we can tell what happened from their perspective or from TV view. So where was the 3 in perspective? They were right. He was right behind me. Luckily, we were all single file. It wasn't too crazy. But in his cockpit view, he started right behind me. Probably saw me blinking into 3, or actually went for a move alongside. Then I think the fact that it's not that I slowed down per se as he came out of 4. It's the fact that when you're in this pack, you're getting the draft, you're getting so much more speed. Look at the speed that I'm getting through the straightaways here. I'm accelerating all the way up to like 180 and I even partial throttle through there. But once I get off the gas and I'm back to full throttle and no one's there, I can only get up to 165 or something. The game isn't detecting any cars in front of me, so I basically have no draft. So that's where this guy gets the run from. So it's just really scary because not only can you not see them, but you're significantly slower without the draft. So that was the situation so far. Really just trying to stay out of everyone's way, trying not to wreck or ruin anyone's race. Just skipping a few more laps here. So now I'm finally behind this 3 car, and then this happens just 5 laps later. Lap 37, I guess lap 38 for the leaders. This is my lap down. Back stretch, letting off at 180 miles per hour. They're gone once again. My Wi-Fi is so bad, everyone's gone. I cannot see a dang thing. Get back to full throttle, and they're back, and the car's inside of me. And now they're gone again. So blinking. So all I know, cars are inside of me, and then they're back again. Just things flying, sparks. And I don't even know where I am now. I'm happy that I survived, because when everyone comes back, and they're inside of you, you don't know what's gonna happen. So this was just such a scary moment. I need to get the Wi-Fi fixed. Obviously, that's basically the problem. But let's see who were the cars behind me when this occurred. So it looks like if we can get a bit closer here, it was the 33 car, the 6, and the 13. Those are the 3 cars. They all go to the inside of me. The 33, the 6, and the 13. Coming out of turn 4. Are they all ahead of me at this point? They're getting blinked again. And then they came back kind of fully into turn 1. There we go. So at this point, there's the 33. There's the 6. There's the 13. And where the heck am I? I'm way back here. Not only did I lose those 3 spots, I lost like 2 more. So, none of this matter because I'm a lap down. It's so crazy how everything can happen so fast when you're in a packed race like this. If it's like a road course or a mile and a half where the banking isn't that big and everyone's kind of spread out, it's okay. But this is the worst thing imaginable to happen at a track like this. Look how crazy it is right now. I'm just praying, please. Basically, 3, 4 wide for a minute here. Great racing, but not good to experience when you're having blinking issues. Luckily, for the next like 20 laps or so, I didn't really have any blinking issues, and I just decided, let's just fall to the back of the pack. I don't really need to worry about this. And I'm basically the back of the pack, 1 lap down, and I'm just praying if they blink again, they fall off the tail because I can't stay in the draft, then I'll get 2 laps down. So I'm just praying that won't happen. So, see, lap 47, still green. Really impressive run at this point. Just going to skip to like lap 55. There you go, still in the pack here. And let's see what position are these guys. This is 31st. And then behind me, okay, that's 32nd and 33rd. So still a small bit of blinking, but basically the whole field, other than me, is just in 1 pack. They're still all in the lead lap, and I'm the only one from lap down. So I still have that chance of a lucky dog, which is good news. And we can only make it about 64 or 65 laps on fuel, so we're planning to get a green flag pit stop here as we're coming up to halfway. So just gotta get ready for that. That'll probably be pretty crazy if things start blinking, and that might spread us out too. So just really seeing what's gonna happen here at 58, and I'm just gonna go up to the lead pack, see what's really happening up there. Since these next few laps, I'm kind of fine, just waiting until we get to these green flag pit stops. So let's just go up to like the lead pack here. Let's see if we can find them. Okay, well it looks looks like we can only see about 6th. I don't really know where the top 5 are. There's somewhere up there. Anyways, this is like 11th or so. And they're still 3 wide near the front here. Just going to skip a lap forward. Is this the leader? I don't think so. I think some action's gonna start happening in the next lap if I'm not wrong. Starting lap 62 for these guys. They should probably be expected to pit in 2 or 3 laps. Everything still looks fine. Let's skip forward a bit more. Here we go, we got... Oh, see some smoke and there's cars spinning. That's what we were looking for. And you can see even when that's happening, the fact that they're blinking, I couldn't really see what was happening in front of me. So let's just go back to my perspective here. And luckily I'm at the back of the pack so I can kind of react when I get the yellow flag, but this is all I really see. See some smoke, I check up, almost hit the guy in front of me. See some guy against the outside wall. He's coming down the track. I see a bunch of cars sliding. And I basically just park the car. Don't make sure I don't hit anything. But let's see if we can figure out the guys that wrecked. It looks like, I don't know, 4 or 5 cars it seems. Let's see if we can figure out any of this. So, okay, this guy is way behind all the action. Okay, looks like there's one car that's sideways. Yes, it's this guy, the red car. Then some of them seem to just not check up in time. Who is this? The 3? Oh, the 5 Malik Ray. Okay, again, we can't really see what happens initially, but somehow he gets sideways, gets turned against the wall, and then some guys just slide up into him. Is that what happened to the 23? Small turns. So luckily, all the stuff behind seems pretty minor with everyone slowing down. So, like this 18, the 1923 gets sideways, but I would say the 5 probably got the most of them, but we couldn't really tell what happened. So anyways, that brings out the first caution, bringing us up to halfway, and I think that's probably where I'm going to end this part 1 of my exciting race. Probably one of the craziest races I've been in. Now at half distance or so, and I'll explain what happens starting in part 2. But yeah, let's say just summary of the first half. Still stuck on the 1 lap down after not catching up to the guys ahead of me who exited the pits. Then we went half the whole race under green flag, no cautions, and then I basically had a lot of blinking and lagging, and I was trying not to get wrecked as people passed me, as the leaders caught me. And now that we have a caution, we can try to get things back together and hope that our internet gets better. But we'll see if that's the case. So see you guys in part 2.